Hey guys, it's Raul again, and today I'll be sharing with you my end of the year TBR. So these are the books that I'm hoping to get to between the end of November and the month of December. I'm very ambitious with this one because I have 5 books, but some of them are quite large, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping to be able to take a break from writing in the month of December because my goal is to finish my manuscript for my book in November and then send it off to my editor and to beta readers in December, and that way I don't have to write anything in December and hopefully can focus on reading because I need to catch up with my Goodreads goal and everything. But I'm not doing so bad on my Goodreads goal, but either way, these are the books that I really need to prioritize, and these are only the books that I own. Like, there's definitely probably going to be a couple of audiobooks that I throw in there, some library books that I end up picking up, but these are the books that I currently own that I know I need to get to before the end of the year. Now, the first book on that list is Written and Read by Anne Bishop. This is the first book in the Others series, and this, so far, I believe there are 4 books out. The 5th book is coming out soon, and this is an adult urban fantasy series about this woman who is a blood prophet, and when she cuts herself, she kind of sees visions of the future. So for that, she is obviously a hot commodity in this world. The humans are kind of exploiting her for her abilities, and they don't really get along with kind of the others who are like the shapeshifters, but she's kind of forced to escape the humans and the complex that she's being held in because of this kind of abuse that she's going through, and she kind of goes to seek refuge within the others and their camp and everything. So yes, it's kind of everything that takes place through there. I've heard absolutely amazing things about this series. I am getting tweets and everything from friends that are saying you need to read this book because they have just recently read it and thought it was amazing, and they know that I hauled it last month, and they're telling me that I need to read it. So yes, this is definitely one that I'm going to be getting to very, very soon. The next book on my list is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, because I surprisingly have not read through the Harry Potter series ever. And I got a box set of these beautiful new covers last year for Christmas and have not read it. Like, I keep putting it off and putting it off and keep planning ahead to read this series and have not read it yet. So I need to at least start it by the end of the year. I know I'm not going to get to the entire series by the end of the year, but yes, at least if I can read this first book before the end of the year, it would be great. And I know I've read this before. Like, I've seen all the movies. I know what happens. And I've read this first book back when it first came out. Like 18 years ago at this point. So yes, I read it back when I was in 7th grade. Don't really remember much about it, so I kind of want to jump into this world because obviously it's Harry Potter. I need to read this one. The next book that I really, really want to get to is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rowe. This is the first book in a YA fantasy series with multiple points of view. People kind of consider it to be a YA version of Game of Thrones, but people that have actually read it say it's not really like Game of Thrones. But still, YA fantasy with multiple POVs is something that really, really draws my attention. I love multiple POVs in fantasies. And yes, I really need to get to this one because I have the first 3 books in this series and have had it for a while now. So I need to start this series because I feel like it's going to be one that I'm really going to enjoy, and I need to do it before the end of the year. And the next book on my list of books that I want to read before the end of the year is A World Without You by Beth Revis. This is the book that I recently got a couple of months ago, but I got it with the intention of reading it right away and never picked it up right away. But I still want to read it before the end of the year because it's something that I'm still really intrigued about. I've heard kind of mixed things about it. It's a YA contemporary story about this kid who believes he can time travel, and his girlfriend who just recently passed. He's convinced that she hasn't really died, but she's trapped kind of in the past, and he has to go back in time to save her. And yeah, it sounds like it's something that I'm going to really enjoy, something that I really want to read, kind of at this point in time, I guess. And yeah, one that I really want to get to before the end of the year. I feel like this is one that I'll be able to read fairly quickly because I tend to read contemporaries quicker than other books. So yeah, one that it's definitely on this list as a priority for the end of the year. And if I'm able to read those books before the end of the year, I do have one more that I'm hoping to get to before the end of the year, and that is My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. This is the first book in a 4-book adult literary fiction series. Not really sure completely what it's about. I think it follows 2 sisters and kind of their lives as they're growing up and kind of the things that happen to them when they're growing up and everything. I've heard amazing things about this series. I've heard it's great. I really enjoy literary fiction, so it's one that I'm really looking forward to picking up probably toward the end of the year. This is probably going to be the last book that I end up reading in the year. So yes, one that I'm really looking forward to getting to, and I hope that I have enough time to get to this one because it's really one that I really want to get to. If I don't get to it by the end of the year, it's probably going to be like the first book that I read in 2017. So yeah, we will see what happens with this one. So yeah guys, that is it for the books that I plan to get to before the end of the year. Comment down below, let me know what books are on your kind of priority list and the books that you really want to get to before the end of the year, because the end of the year is around the corner, and yes, it's just coming so fast. I feel like there's like not enough time within the rest of the year. So yeah, let me know what books are on your list that you want to get to before the end of the year. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you all next time.